Hey everybody, this is Captain Orlando Muniz with Nomad Fishing. Today I'm bringing you a fishing report. It's August 25th, 2023. Before we get going on the report, I wanted to let you guys know, please don't forget to like this and leave any questions or comments. Well, let's get down to the fishing. I was out yesterday. We were actually out looking for mahi, and I was pretty disappointed. It was a pretty barren ocean out there. We didn't find any debris. We didn't find any weed lines. There was a lack of birds. I think we caught one small mahi, turned it loose, and that was pretty much it. We had a barracuda. We did lose a nice bite that seemed to be like a really nice wahoo. At least it hit that way. And then in on the edge, the green water pushed out to like 400 or 500 feet yesterday, right in front of Key Biscayne. So the conditions were less than ideal. The current was very, very light to no current. I would say, there was really no current. We were trying to drop on some wrecks, and we were basically just, it was almost like being anchored. The fish were not feeding. We were not marking a lot of fish on the wrecks, so it was pretty tough. We tried to troll a little bit with the planers, and same thing. The bite was just off. And like I said, the conditions were pretty bad. So with that said, hopefully the conditions will change here. We'll start getting some blue water moving in and some current, and things will pick back up again. It's not unusual for it to be slow this time of year, but it was, quite difficult yesterday. The bait was good. We did hit a couple spots for bait, and we struck out on our third spot. One of the bait patches out here in front of Key Biscayne, we found a lot of bait. There was a lot of cigars and a lot of Spanish sardines, which that was very encouraging because bait is half of the equation most of the time. So that was a bright spot in the day. Other thing I want to talk about, last week I mentioned the Cubera snapper fishing. As we get closer to the next full moon, those are a possible target. You have to fish those wrecks north Key Largo, anywhere from like 170 out to like 220. It's a type of fishing that I haven't done in recent years, but it's there. The only major difference is that the sharks are a lot more, they've always been a problem on those wrecks, but they're a lot worse now. I mean, I think back in the day, you could probably boat, I would say, at least half of your fish with no problem. Right now, you're probably lucky to land 1 out of 4, just because the sharks are so bad. So it's difficult. And you have to fish heavy tackle and muscle them up to the boat as fast as you can. If you have to throw the engines in gear, whatever you have to do to get that fish up before the sharks can get them. But it's kind of sad to see the sharks take so many fish. I almost prefer not to target them at that point. Things that are coming up, right now, the mullets still haven't moved down. That's not even a thing yet. You probably won't see that for another month or two. When the weather starts to change, we should have some mullet moving through, and that's going to spark up the tarpon fishing and snook fishing along the beach. And then we'll get that fall bait run. We'll get a lot of pilchards in the bay and stuff like that. But until the weather cools off and the water cools off, you probably won't see that. Right now, the water's still very warm. It's probably in the low 90s most places, at least on the surface. So it's tough. If you can find cleaner moving water, it's to your advantage. Well, that's pretty much it for this week. I'm going to be trying to come out with some new tutorials in the next few days, so look out for those. Until next time, my name is Captain Orlando Muniz with Nomad Fishing.